Good evening, guys. I hope you are all doing well. My partner in crime will be with us very shortly. She was just rushing around, but I hope you've all had an amazing weekend. We've had it's been an interesting week, but we've had a nice weekend with the family, haven't we?
You started without me. Hold on, give me 1 second.
Had to start without you, Auntie Liz. We've had a bit of a manic half an hour.
Why are we late? Tell them.
We're late because Auntie Liz just needed the toilet, didn't you? No, is that not what you wanted me to tell them? I had a bit of a calamity in the shower. I'd just been arm wrestling, rushed back, thought I'd have a quick shower. Thought I'd shave my head because it was kind of all coming through a little bit, and I ended up cutting myself quite badly on the head. And now I have frozen plasters on my head.
He's got an Elsa plaster. Oh, you're very sweaty. They're not going to last. And a Sven and Olaf one on his head.
So, yes, it's been an interesting half an hour, hasn't it? But we're here.
You set us back.
I did. I apologize to everyone. But I hope you're all doing okay. Hope you've had a fun weekend. Hope you're all safe and well and ready for a strongman evening with Auntie Liz and Uncle Loz. You got new emojis for members.
We have new members emojis, which I've seen people have been enjoying. We've got obviously the classic caution wide Pavlo sign. We've got, what else have we got? Alexi's smug face, which we all love
that, don't you?
Oh my goodness. Well, it's like I had it in front of my face and I was like, this is my reaction when. It's such a great face. Who else have we got? Matesh. I've got a Bill one. You know that crazy it looks like he's sniffing something off his arm. That one.
What are you saying?
But it was processing for hours, so I think that's ready for me to upload. But yes,
let's see who's online. Benefits. A lot of our regulars are here with us. Sarah is in the house. Monica, Jane.
It's such
Dylan.
A shame the emojis don't show on StreamYard, but I know what you're saying, and we appreciate it, Jane. Monica Baker's here. Nolan's here. Dylan. The whole gang's here. Obviously, Nicola's in the house. Now Elizabeth.
Ron Chopped is in.
Ron Chopped. How
are you guys? How's your weekend been? Obviously, we have the passing of the Queen, which has been a very big deal in the UK.
It's wow.
And for a lot of people worldwide.
Everything. Yeah. It's, if you're not in the UK, it's literally the news 24/7, all the tabloids, everything. It has kind of taken over. So I think we're officially in 10 days of mourning. And then there will be like another 7 days after that. So
it's a strange process. Like Queen was on the monarch for 70 years, which is mental. It's been like all of our parents, our grandparents. Yeah. So it's a bit different for us as well. And it's a sad time.
Steve, thank you so much. And again, another thing that doesn't show up on StreamYard, but I bet it's a great sticker. So thank you so much for the super sticker. Loz can have a look on there and see what it looks like. There we go. Hello, Dylan. Hello, Alex. Everyone's in the house. So it's rocking the frozen plasters.
There it is.
For Loz. There it is.
Pretty cool.
There we go.
Bionic arm.
Bionic arm.
Thank you very much.
I was the absolute worst person for Loz to call in though, because I'm so squeamish and I've not been right since then, which was why I was in the loo. I was a bit hot. I still am.
You're not very useful in those situations.
I'm not when it comes to blood. No, very queasy. Very, very queasy. Look, not even competing and still getting injured. It's true.
I wouldn't say injured, more of just a calamity type stupid thing to
Loz
do.
is just really, really clumsy.
Just a stupid accident.
Thank you so much for becoming a member. Someone who's going to be enjoying our new emojis.
I hope you enjoy them. And you've put up a couple of members-only videos this week, haven't you?
I have. I've just actually uploaded one for you guys to watch while waiting for this live to start. It's only like a 3-minute video. It's some outtakes, mostly from Estonia. Mostly.
Has it gone up? Has it?
Yeah. Mostly around.
I'm sure Rano will show his face.
Don't tell Rano. No, he's not a member, so he won't be able to watch it anyway. Frederick, thank you. Oh, sorry, Fred. Thank you so much for the super chat.
Fred is always so generous to us. He is one of our
biggest fan.
Absolutely. We're looking forward to. Well, we might see Fred in the States.
In Texas?
I don't know. Fred, are you going to Texas for the Rogue Invitational? If you are, let us know. We would love to see you there.
You get a picture this
time. If not, We will be at OSG as well in
Florida.
And that goes for all of you guys. If any of you guys are going to be at those events, let us know. It'd be great to meet up with some of you.
Definitely. Good morning, afternoon, and evening. Hope everyone is doing great. Condolences to all the Brits. I love that old gal. Hit that like button.
I think so many people love the Queen. You know, I'm not a huge royal fan, but the Queen just seems just cool, doesn't she?
She seemed like a nice old lady. Like, we haven't met her. We know that her public image is very controlled, obviously, but in like an ever-changing world, so like it's weird because I'm not a royalist at all and actually don't really like the idea of a monarchy. It doesn't really sit with my values, but we won't go into that.
We don't want to know what your values
No. You don't care about my values. But in an ever-changing world, she has been like a constant, you know, like, and when things are a bit crazy, they'd wheel her out and she'd do her, and it was actually quite comforting. There was always something.
She's always been very dignified and
and she was always very non-political and everything. It was always about the people and everything. So absolutely. A lot of people are very upset by it, but obviously everyone has different opinions as well. The plaster has better grip than Rauno. Oh, let's hope Rauno's not in the chat because he's a troll when he's in a good mood. Oh.
It's nice to see so many of you online. There's lots of hellos. And,
yes.
Yeah, cool.
Hello, Roman. Nice to see you. Charlie, thank you so much for the super chat. Your lives make me look forward to Sunday. Love you guys. Thanks for coming.
Thank you very much. We're glad so many of you enjoyed joining us. It's always fun to chat with you. Always fun to talk strongman and other stuff that's happening as well.
Yeah, well, this is like a calm before the storm period, because in 11 or 12 days, I think it is, the Arnold's UK starts. Then 2 weeks after that, we have Giants Live Glasgow, the World Tour Finals. Then the last weekend in October, we have the Rogue Invitational. So there's a couple of, I'm looking forward to that. I didn't get to go last year because it was still by exemption only, the travel ban. So now I'm allowed in.
People using the wide Pavlo.
Yes, I knew the wide Pavlo. Was it you that suggested it?
That was my idea.
Yeah, it was. He was like, what about a wide load sign, but make it wide Pavlo? I was like, yes.
I occasionally have good ideas, don't I?
You do. No, you do have good ideas. You just don't know how to implement anything.
Hope you guys enjoyed our latest video, the then and now video. That was a fun one to kind of work on. It took a while, but
fun one to work on. All he did was the voiceover.
And I did a very good job of the voiceover.
He was watching it the other night. He goes, "That's a bloody good voiceover, isn't it?" I was like, "Oh yeah, it's great."
I actually said it was a great video. And I thought you did an incredible job with your editing.
Thank you so much.
God, didn't Liz do well? You know, if you guys have seen it, let's give Auntie Liz the praise she deserves.
It just took such a long time because you can only use teeny tiny short clips. So for a 35-minute long video, it's a lot of clips.
Clips and photos and then
yeah.
But you're good at putting like these little things in now that just make it more interesting. And
thank you, babe.
You do,
Thank you. I do my best. A lot of the footage is really poor quality as well, so it's trying to work with what you've got.
Absolutely.
And for the older guys especially, like, it's really hard to find high quality photos.
Yeah,
so it's a bit tricky, but it's always nice when it all comes together. Are you going to the Invitational? Yes, we are. Absolutely. Erebus, we will be there with bells on.
Looking forward to that.
Flights through this week.
Yeah.
Just got to squeeze me in now and we're golden. Won't let him go without me.
No, I'm really looking forward to the Rogue Invitational. I think it's going to be a fantastic comp. Last year was amazing. Rogue are really good to work for. They're very, very professional. We'll probably end up having quite a few like meetings and rehearsals and stuff like that. It's a show that just runs smoothly. I think for genuine sort of hardcore fans as well, it's the work they do at the Arnolds and on the Invitational, unbelievable.
You see it in the finished project as well, don't you? No, it's like the quality of it. I love the Rogue footage when they put together those like winners circles and stuff. I'm just in awe. Oh man, if only I had the skills and access to do that. Here we go, one for you, Loz. Who is the people who most impressed you in Strongman Champions League this year? Oscar,
there's a lot of
Zielowski impressed me the most.
There's a lot of up and coming athletes that are always good to see. Oscar was great. I think
that little David. Oh, he's also Polish, isn't he?
David was very, very impressive. I think he's got a few things he needs to work on still.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's definitely some, you know, there's a good thing about the Champions League. We see different athletes and we see these guys kind of on the rise. It's something I want to look into sort of towards the end of the year. I'm going to really look into all the competitions and pick out a few guys that I think are going to be really good in the future. I did it before with Evan, Trey, and Aaron Page a couple of years back. I kind of could see the potential in those guys.
Yeah.
So it'd be fun to maybe look at the end of this year and see who's impressing that's not sort of established right now.
Right at that top level, yeah.
Yeah, there's so many incredible strongmen, not just, you know, the ones in the Champions League, but ones that we don't even hear of and see.
Yeah.
It really is weird because you've got like the elite. Then you've got this whole level of guys below that can just all beat each other. And I'm talking hundreds of athletes.
Yeah.
Depending on what shape they're in, what events are in competition. It's so important. Like I you know, we joke about.
I know firsthand.
It's so important. You could put like 10 guys in one comp and then change the events around and the results can be completely different. And you know, the reason the top guys are so impressive is because they can be the top guys time and time again. That's, you know, not whatever events you throw at them, whatever stage of the year. That's why Alexi's so good.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, definitely. Liz has member only videos. I do, but not those kind of videos. No. If everything else failed, I still wouldn't do that. No.
You'd have videos of Uncle Loz.
Yeah.
Nobody needs to see that.
Well, some people would pay to see that. Actually, crazy that Liz put together a 2.5 hour behind the scenes
To
video.
be fair, it took you a while, didn't it? Well, you were working on that a few weeks ago.
Members only, yeah. I had loads of copyright issues with which didn't matter. I don't care about monetizing it if it's for members only. The issue was that it stopped it being shown in basically all of the countries that you guys are in. So I had to go back in, and it was just a bit of a pain, but we got there in the end. Cardiff show footage was worth membership loan. That's awesome. That's good to hear, because I thought, is this crap? I think that about everything that we do though. Fred, thank you again for the super chat. Missing Rogue, but have my tickets for Daytona and Arnold. That's awesome. Do you know what? In terms of meeting people, Daytona Beach OSG is probably the best one.
I think that's, yeah.
Because
it's a lot more personal.
There's a very small crowd there. You're not really having to fight to
You'll be able to meet
people.
Sort of everyone that you want to meet. There might not be, well, there's usually a good amount of big names there.
Well, like, I'm hoping JF might come again, because his good friend won the over 50s class last year, and I think he's planning on competing again. JF was there last year. So Jonas is going to be there. Yeah, Rauno is going to be there. Lots of Rauno fans.
There was a good amount of people there last year.
Mark Felix, Nick Best, Evan will probably be there again. You'll be there. I'll be there.
Yeah, it'll be good.
There you go.
It's going to be good.
But yeah, it's quite personable, isn't it? It's quite easy access to people there, so it's different, but it's cool. What would the Queen's best strongman event be?
Well, as you're an Elizabeth.
I am an Elizabeth. I think the Queen would have really liked something like the gravel shovel.
I'm sure she would have liked something visually entertaining.
Sausage hold.
Yeah. Is that visually entertaining?
Murder ball. Yeah. I don't know. We can only wonder now. Oh, what are you pointing at? Loz or Locks. Is there any chance you could briefly go over your coaching pricing? I have highly considered it, but was unsure.
So with my coaching, it is £120 per month. And for that, basically, when you sign up, you go through a process of a questionnaire that helps me kind of get a good understanding of where you're at. And then we communicate daily. I like athletes to kind of communicate all the time. So I send out blocks monthly, but I like the communication because it allows me firstly to focus on improving technique and see visually how things are moving, and that then allows me to either make changes to a current block or know how to plan your next phase of training. So that's kind of going through it nice and quickly, but it's £120 a month. If you're interested, go and check out my website.
And it's actually Loz that you'll be dealing with as well.
It is indeed.
Look who popped up in the comments. Rauno Hainler, famous Estonian strongman.
His grip is getting stronger.
Fuck them, I have good grip. Do you know what? In certain things, Rauno has great grip. Do you remember the 50 kilo plate hold? Pinch grip.
Yeah, he's kind of going on. He beat me, but I had an injury. But Rauno is not as bad as he makes out. And actually, he's doing very well on his training for the Dinny Stone rings. Yes. Saw some of his training. I mean, he did a little bit with me when he was over, but he's been working on it weekly. And he looks like, I think he's going to do well on that event. He's going to surprise a lot of people. We will be supporting you, Rauno.
Yes, we will be there. I'm so happy that Rauno's
But his grip still is shit.
Don't wind him up. Cybernetic Strongman. That's
hey,
one
Stephen.
Of your
Yeah, how you doing, buddy?
Can't wait for the Rogue. It's only 10 minutes from my place. By the way,
cool.
You should come and check out my gym if you need.
Do you know what? I want to. A couple of my clients want to train with me in Texas. It would be pretty cool if you're only 10 minutes away. Maybe we can go to Stephen's place and organise a session. That'd be pretty cool.
There you go, then.
Auntie Liz can record it.
Film it. There we go.
We'll have to sort that out with a few of my American
have a date.
athletes.
Bron Chopped. Arnold UK No Stream is killing us. What I'm going to do, Bron Chopped, I'm going to find out how much am I allowed to film, how much can I put on YouTube, and then we'll go from there. Because if I can't because someone else is doing it, then great, we'll redirect you to that. If no one's doing it, then why not? So we'll find out. I'm sure there'll be a way that you guys will be able to.
I think the Arnolds want to be able to use some of your footage, don't they?
They do.
So we'll see what we can come up with.
One of the main organisers got in touch. He was like, "Oh, do you mind if we can use like some interviews from behind the scenes?" I was like, "Yeah, because this is all going to help."
Have you seen this?
Yes. Positive change. What do you think of the IPF bench change?
I'll be honest. I love powerlifting done properly. I think powerlifting in its purest form is amazing. Amazing sport. I've been lucky enough to compete in powerlifting a few times. But over the years, I've lost a lot of interest in powerlifting because of some of the ridiculous ways that people lift, some of the rules. I'm not blaming athletes. If you can manipulate your body in a certain way to get away with something, fair enough. But I've always said you've got to blame the referees and blame the promoters need to sort of stand up and, make rule changes. I think this is a really good rule change. Some of the bench presses that we were seeing were absolutely, in my view, pathetic. Because if you want to be
a world champion,
if you want to grow a sport, there needs to be some kind of entertainment. I actually think powerlifting has gone so far focused just on records that it's become boring. I would rather see
strongman.
I'd rather see quality lifts done. I'd still rather see some dude in the gym benching 200 kilos for like a set of reps than seeing someone
with one of
kind
those,
of slightly unlock their elbow and, all right, pound for pound, it's great. But are you really strong? A big strong guy can grab some of these people and throw them over a bus. If you were like crushed under some like heavy weights or something,
I'm not going to ask one of those people.
Who would you want to come and save you?
I'd still
Thor
ask
or me?
Say you're not in the equation. Why are you trying to save me?
Because I'm not as strong as some of these guys.
All right, I'll take Thor then, but 2018 Thor. Now.
But yeah, I think it's a really good change. I was planning on doing a video actually on it. Because to be honest, we see some squats that are terrible. Some of the equipped squats I can't stand. And it actually is sad because I don't even want to watch it.
No.
There's a huge ton of weight on them, but the movement has become so small. Even some of the sumo deadlifts, the range of motion, it's not hitting on sumo, but when you watch some of them with the really flexible bars and stuff like that, the bar ends up kind of like that far off the ground. It's just, to me, it's boring. And I think we need to kind of go back to seeing quality lifts. And there are some powerlifters out there that are unbelievable, and I love watching them. And they lift with like brilliant technique and quality reps as well. But some of the records that I've seen are just a farce, and I've lost so much interest in powerlifting. I don't even know what the records are in different classes and federations because it's just gone.
It's hard
stupid.
to follow. It's very hard to follow. Then and now was a lot of fun. That's great to hear. Thank you.
Thank you.
Trigger Gym members only videos have been fantastic, and I'm so sorry I've been pretty lax on that, but I will be better. It's been a really hard 5 years.
Plus like the last 6 weeks have been really tough because Our little one's been off school.
Well,
she finished nursery, and she's used to quite long days at nursery.
She is, and we're used to having that time to work.
Right now, she's in the process of starting school, and the system in the UK is quite slow. It's like a slow, staggered start. So she's used to doing long days at nursery. Like
she's only done 2-3 hour sessions,
8 till 6 p.m. a couple of days a week.
Yeah.
Now she's doing like 3 hours twice a week the first week. Ooh. So it's been hard for us to get time to do stuff, hasn't it?
Yeah, it has, but it will get easier now going forward. Have you guys watched any of Martine's live streams? Thoughts? I have never. Do you know what? I've seen one live stream by Strongman, and it was the Stoltman's first ever live stream. I remember catching that, but I've never been notified, and I'm subscribed.
I've never watched any of Martine's live streams.
I'd be interested to hear your thoughts. I think he streams some of his training, so it'd be interesting to see how he does that and what you guys think. Spencer, thank you so much for the super chat. Loz, great work with your first arm wrestling comp. Have not been able to join the lives recently and just hope life is going great and family is happy and happy.
Thank you very much, Spencer. I really enjoyed the arm wrestling. I've got a lot to learn. It's a very humbling sport, but it was great fun. And I've just got back from training arm wrestling tonight. It was good to get back on the table. But yeah, I'm complete novice in arm wrestling. It's such a... I'm actually trying not to use strength.
Yeah.
Because when you use strength, you just burn out real quickly.
Yeah.
I'm trying to work more on angles and positioning and body weight as well. Use my body weight as an advantage. And tonight I had a good training session, actually. It was good fun, but I've got so much to learn with it. But it's nice because it's kind of excited me to go train.
Yeah. A few more people saying that they really love them.
I'm really glad you guys have enjoyed that.
Yes.
Because it was my idea.
It was
executed immaculately by my lovely wife here.
He has this list of videos that he wants me to make. That one, I mean, when did I first start writing the script for that one? 3 months ago. Obviously, I've not been working on it solidly for 3 months, but I've put quite a few hours into it.
You put a lot of hours into it. She really has.
Probably too many for what it is. Paris, sorry I'm late. Well done for Arm Wars, Lars. Looking forward to Rogue. It's an interesting set of events. Wondering if they'll do a block press for the mystery event, although sad if they don't do Wheel of Pain.
Yeah, the Wheel of Pain.
We just don't know the overhead, do we?
No.
But it seems they're not using the wheel.
They've got the log as part of the yoke into the log, so we're going to almost assume it's not going to be a log.
Surely if it was dumbbell, they would have announced it as dumbbell.
I thought that as well, because they've announced events that they did last year.
Yeah.
So...
maybe I would love a block press. I don't think we've seen one since like 2011 in top level competitions. It was at Worlds then.
Yeah, we haven't seen a block press for a while. Who knows? We'll have to wait and see.
Axel?
I'd love to see an Axel, but again, you know.
Safe lift. I love safe lifts.
Do you?
Yes. You were pretty good at safe lifts.
I was.
It was a safe event to watch. See what I did?
Very good. Very good, Auntie Liz. What's your favourite overhead?
To watch now or when you were competing?
Doesn't matter. Just to watch, I guess.
I actually really like dumbbell.
Okay.
Yeah, I do like dumbbell. Yeah. None of the overheads are my favorite though.
No.
I like moving events and I like medleys.
Okay.
To watch. Obviously, I'm not a doer. Brian, thank you so much for the super chat. I've had a tough year and you guys have helped me through it. Love you both. Thank you, Brian.
Thank you, Brian.
You guys help us as well. Like if ever with it, like sometimes
we've been having a rough time recently, haven't we?
Yeah,
it's been really hard.
It just feels hard. Life feels hard. And then we come on with you guys. Sometimes we're like, oh, I'm too tired to do the live. But once we've done it, we're always like, oh, I'm really glad we did that because that was really nice.
We're not very social. That's the thing.
No, I don't speak to anyone.
No. These are like
not even by PM.
That's because you forget to reply to people. Liz gets messages, but she just doesn't reply. Not even to like her sisters and stuff.
Not even to you.
No, not even to me anymore.
Oh dear. Never mind. And Julian there saying that he loves the chilled in between comp live streams. I do too.
Yeah.
On comp day, it's really stressful because there's so many people and everything moves so quickly, and we end up just having to reply to super chats just because feel awful if people did them and we didn't acknowledge them, and then we get, oh, so they're only talking to people with super chats. Like, but we're not like this. I love Martin's Strength Unknown videos, but not a fan of his lives. Oh, interesting.
I've watched some of his Strength Unknown. They're really good.
Yeah.
I haven't seen the Zdrunis one yet, but I've seen a few of the others.
I've seen the Latvia and the Estonia ones, and obviously the Canada ones.
The Canada was really good.
This year. Yeah, they were really good. Yeah. Jamie, thank you so much for the super chat. You should get more athletes on the live like Rauno. We will if we will, can.
Yeah.
It's just getting people, because
Andrea's coming to stay for a few days.
Is she?
We should get her on a live.
We'll get oh my god, that would be demonetized.
She'll behave.
Andrea's hilarious. Yeah. Yes.
We're gonna look after Andrea. We need to plan. You need to look at dates.
Oh, I'm always free for Andrea. I will clear my schedule. There we go. Jiminy Cricket speaking some truths. Liz is the only reason we have videos. I followed you before, Liz. Trust me, we know who to thank. Ah, bless you. Thank you, Jiminy.
I'm going to make sure his next block of training sucks.
The voiceover was great in spite of the terrible voiceover artist. Oh, come on, guys. He's not that bad. Oh, members been eating well with a couple of new things this week. Yes, trying to make it up for you guys. What overhead event are you hoping for?
I'd like to see an axle for Max. I think would be pretty cool. Like they,
yeah.
I mean, they used to do.
They're not doing a Max, are they? They've got the deadlift for reps.
Yeah.
Elevated.
And they've got the medley. They've got
which is also reps.
The stones.
Well, maybe it will be a Max something. Maybe it'll be a Max log.
No. Max log's just been done too much, and it's going to be done even more. There's the Zdrunis comp that's happening in the UK,
and there's a log already, like you said, in that medley.
I don't think it'll be log for
Max axle.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Max block. Oh, maybe it's a stone overhead, like a natural stone or something. That
would be tricky. That's a good event.
It wouldn't surprise me,
especially if it's a stone that no one's touched. If no one's been able to touch them, then it's cool. The problem is if on an event like that where you've been able to practice on it, it makes such a difference.
Yeah.
So I'd like an event like that where no one's been able to
touched it. Yeah. Where are we? Someone reckoning it's very likely to be dumbbell. But why didn't they just say if they knew?
I agree, but
why is it to be confirmed when everything else?
They did it last year, and the events that they did last year, they've already confirmed. So we'll just have to wait and see.
Yeah,
I'm sure we will all find out very soon.
There we go. What happened to the Arnolds Pro International? So do you mean the sort of qualification system, the Pro International?
I guess he means like the Arnold's Australia and
because Arnold Strongman Classic hasn't really changed, but the Spain, the South America, some of them are still happening, but they're not qualifiers anymore, and I'm very sad about this because it brought in some legitimately brilliant new faces into the sport. Like if you look back at the history, we'll still have the amateur Arnolds, which has brought some really good athletes, the likes of Alexei. Matesh as well, I think, came through that route too. So we will still have that, but it just doesn't seem like since COVID, it never went back to what it was.
Yeah, but it's strange at the moment.
Yeah, we'll see if we can find out more because the Arnold's team will be at Rogue. They very much work together, don't they? So we will see what we can find out. Spencer, thank you for the super chat. Did you see that British Strongman comp with a progressive length deadlift? Where the weight kept getting further away from the athletes.
Yeah, I did. A couple of my athletes were competing in it. So basically, it was like on a lever.
Yeah.
And you had your first lift was at the front of the lever, and then you got further and further back. So it got heavier and heavier.
Okay.
So you don't actually have to add anything, but obviously you shorten the leverage, and it gets heavier with each pull. It's quite an interesting
concept.
Yeah.
Bit of time saving, I guess.
It was at Rhiannon's gym.
Oh, was it? There you go then, Rhiannon Lovelace. And oh God, I've forgotten the name of her boyfriend. Quick, save me. Luke Davis.
Luke,
yes. Quick, move on. Drew. Mitch is incredible, and he was barely heard of a few months back. Yes. Oh, Lozzy, you're not plugged in. Sorry, we're just getting a battery warning sign. Hold on. We're malfunctioning.
You good?
Yeah, there we go. There we go.
No, it's not.
There we are.
It's off.
Oh, hold on. Right. There we go. Yeah, it's charging. It's charging. Nobody move. Don't touch the table. I'll say, yes, Mitch.
Sorry, what was the question?
Mitch is incredible. It's more of a statement, and he was barely heard of a few months ago.
Yeah, well, like you go back to the beginning of the year, and very few people knew who Mitch was. Now he is very much an established top 10 athlete in the world, potentially going to finish like top 5 in the world by the end of the year. He's improving all the time. I can't wait to see how he does in the next few comps as well.
It really is incredible when you think about his progression. He went from first comp being world's strongest man to now he is an expected name in any big international lineup.
And he's not been off the podium.
No,
international,
except worlds.
Yeah,
but he still made the final. He's the first man to ever beat Brian in his group since 2008.
Yeah,
or 9. Wait, no, 8. It's just crazy. It's crazy. There we go. Oh no.
What?
This conversation here. They are long for sure. I wonder if Romark doesn't have the editing stamina of Liz. Oh, I don't know. Romark, like the work he puts in for a short video. Like I know that when they went to Estonia, they were there for a couple of days and they came out with a 12-minute video. But Rauno was saying like they drove out to all these places. He went up with the drone and everything. Romark put so much work into the videos to come away with a teeny tiny, really, video. I would have, I mean, we were in Estonia for a few days. I think I came away with 6 full videos. So he definitely, like, attention to detail is there. But
his videos are very good. Like,
yeah, but they're talking about the lives.
I've never watched one of his lives. To be honest, I personally don't. I'm just not interested in watching his lives. That's just
the lives of people training. You would never watch that anyway.
I don't have the time to sort of sit there and watch Martins train.
No.
But you know, I can see why people would like to do it.
Oh yeah, for a lot of people, especially people on their way up and wanting to know stuff, they'd find it really interesting. But yeah, maybe not for you. Trigger Jim, thank you for the super chat.
Yeah, I have seen these events. They look fun. They're doing a strict log for Max, which is cool.
Okay.
I know what the mystery event is as well, but I'm not going to say just in case it's not kind of public knowledge. But that's going to be it's going to be a weird event to see, and I'd like to be in control of it. That's all I'm going to say.
Oh, I'm really intrigued now. You're gonna have to let us all know when you can.
I used to work somewhere that had one of these things, and I knew how to sort of manipulate it to beat people.
Just a little shout out to Padda the Hut, who is making packed lunches for tomorrow. A British tradition. I guess Americans do it too.
Yeah, well, I'm sure lots of people have lunches for school and stuff.
Packed lunch, though. Surely no one else calls it a packed lunch.
I don't know. Let's see.
Yeah, what do you guys call it when a child takes a lunch into school?
Most people just call it a lunch.
We call it, no, it's a packed lunch.
Because you pack it in a box.
It must be packed.
Or a lunch box.
Loz, will you be commentating Rogue Invitational?
Yes, I will. Really looking forward to working with Rogue again. And yeah, I'll be doing the commentating for it.
There we go. Sam, greetings from Brazil. Hello, Sam.
Brazilian.
That's somewhere you've always wanted to go.
I'd love to go to Brazil. Yes, I really want to go to Brazil. Can we go?
Yeah. Corgi loading. This is answers to another question.
The corgi drag.
Yeah. Dylan agrees on the sausage hold, I think. Dinny Stones. Yeah, she might have liked the Dinny Stones because the Highland Games, like there has been the Royals used to watch the Highland
Games. Yeah. Just recently, this first year she's not been in a long time.
Yeah.
I think it was a few weeks ago.
Yeah. The caber toss is it? Used to be it was a World's Strongest Man a couple of times in the early whenever it was, wasn't it?
Yeah.
There we go.
Rauno in the house.
Everyone loves it when Rauno's in the chat, even though he is a legitimate troll.
Papa Rauno.
Papa Rauno. That just doesn't work at all. Austin, thank you for the super chat. You've got to get some good barbecue while in Texas. I'm in Dallas or would have suggestions.
Yeah, they've got some awesome barbecue places in Texas.
Have they?
Yeah.
Oh man.
One of my clients is coming to meet us.
Don't turn your head, you can see your frozen stickers.
Last year, Alex Martinez, he's one of my clients. He came out to meet me and he wanted to take me somewhere. So it was really nice. He's coming out this year as well. So I'd like to get a training session in with him and Stephen. That'd be cool. And any of my other clients that are going, let me know. If you're going to be in Texas, we will get a Team Loz training session in, and maybe a barbecue as well.
Oh, yes. I'll be there for the barbecue.
You'll be there for the training session because you're going to record it.
All right. The barbecue will be my reward. Monica, thank you so much for the super chat. Liz, any chance you do a press pass at the Invitational in case it gives you access to extra footage or pictures? Also, need to find a karaoke place since you guys sing so much during testing. Yeah, I'll speak to Jan Todd and I'll say, Jan, can I come to the Rogue Invitational? And then she'll probably sort me out.
We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
Monica, I think that's where I met Monica for the first time.
It was.
Rogue last year.
Rogue are very professional. You have to apply for press credentials and was that the Arnolds? You had to have the Arnolds as well. World's Strongest Man you do as well, just to use.
Everything is getting more professional now in Strongman.
Yeah. But it's worth doing because then, you're allowed. Rauno, no problem. We can do live from Arnold. There is no ones where have problems, I think. What? No one.
And Rauno saying he'll do a live with us from the Arnolds.
Yay, that would be good, Rauno. That would be very good. Yes. Like, we can't live stream the competition or anything like that. I think no matter what
we could maybe do a live in the evening.
I'm really hoping whatever hotel we're at will have some decent Wi-Fi, and we'll get Rauno on live again. Cool. Because we all know how much you love him.
Maybe we'll get Mitch as well.
Yes, that would be fun. There we go.
Everyone loves Rauno in the comments.
Rauno is a very popular Estonian strongman. Rauno said it's fine. No one can question that then, Liz. Liz, Arnold's live stream incoming. I don't know. I know. It would be streamed on my phone because I'd panic and wouldn't know how to do it any other way. And that would be crap. I will make sure I get you guys some good footage. Don't worry.
You will indeed.
Live from the Arnold with Rauno. Yes, please. Rauno give permission, so it's fine.
Yeah, we'll do a live with Rauno.
We will definitely go live with Rauno. Would love to see a live. Oops. Ooh.
What are you doing?
With Rauno moderating, not Liz. Just Rauno as main person. Oh God, can you imagine? He'd scroll past nearly all of your comments, to be honest.
Nothing would get answered.
Yeah. Well, boring.
Stupid question.
Anyway, shut up.
Look, this guy likes Rauno.
Do you know why Pavlo doesn't upload anything from his training?
I think it's been a rough year for the guys in Ukraine, to be honest. I think they've just got more important things to focus on.
The impression we got from him when we saw him in Cardiff was that he's basically just put his head down and got on with his training and not worried about everything else and the social media side.
And I think actually sometimes that's a great thing to do as an athlete.
Yeah.
You know, I think sometimes athletes are trying to focus on their branding and stuff, which I totally understand. But there's athletes out there that are just putting in the work.
Yeah, and it showed.
It just showed with him. He wasn't, he didn't come and try and show off. He came out as an amazing athlete, backed up everything that he's, we've seen the potential was there, but he just put it all together. And I think in this day and age where we have so many talented guys, sometimes just putting your head down and training hard for certain comps is going to be advantageous.
Advantageous?
That's a word, isn't it?
I don't know. I think maybe it's the way you said it. You're not trusting me. I have an excellent vocabulary.
Can I tell them what you thought about the song?
Absolutely not. No, you can't, Lozzy. No. Isn't the Rogue like 6 weeks away? Isn't that really strange that athletes don't know the overhead event yet?
I've done many comps where I didn't know the event till I got there, and that includes World's Strongest Man.
Strongest Man, yeah.
Or had events change when you get there. Ideally, they should know the events. I totally agree, but Strongman is very normal to not know events.
Yeah. I guess the trick is be prepared for everything. They know it's an overhead. I guess there's not going to be huge differences, is there? I don't know. Everyone's going to have preferences, aren't they?
I think the athletes would like to know so they can train specifically.
Of course.
But obviously, some of them have other comps coming up. Some of them will just be training to be in shape and ready for whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, ideally, you want to know what the events, for a comp are.
Yeah, of course. Right. Moose. I feel like I'm out of touch. My sound is okay. Oh, someone was having issues with sound, but everyone else's seems fine. Hi, Loz and Liz. Hi, Derek. Thank you for joining us. Loz, question from Armour. What was your favorite ladder event, and did you get to train for it or have to improvise? Favorite ladder event? That was quite West Country there. Favorite ladder? Ladder event. Is that a typo?
Yeah, I'm presuming he means like a
deadlift
log
ladder or
medley
log
or
ladder.
To be honest, probably the squat, a World's Strongest Man, the barrel squat, where it was kind of, a barrel would come in, it would get heavier each set, just because I was good at it and I kind of liked it, even though that one year I messed up and did the first one twice.
Yeah, you did. 2018, didn't you?
As soon as I went down, I kind of knew as well, and it cost me. But hey,
did an extra rep, didn't you?
Yeah, I think my favorite was 2008 because no one managed to finish it, but I did, and that last rep was heavy that year. They made it quite heavy, and I was sort of establishing myself as one of the top guys at the time. That was fun, and I did my. These are the strongest legs, baby.
Yeah, to Kaz.
Yeah. And then I was like, oh, God. Did I actually just say that?
Right. So interesting now. We've got some ways around the world how people describe a packed lunch. So we've got lunchbox. Yeah, that's fine. Bagged lunch or lunch. Brown bag in it. Where's Nolan from?
I don't know.
Nicola, we know she's British. Packed lunch, yeah. Dylan,
lunchbox, very sensible.
Pack up.
Pack up and go home.
Yeah.
Sack lunch.
Sack lunch. Sack lunch. I've never heard of that.
Yeah, there's Fred saying brown bagging as well. So I'll believe it now.
Packing lunch as the description for the activity, though. It's very common. Yeah, I guess. Packed, we say though. Call it brown bagging.
Do you know what I call it as a strongman?
Go on.
Meal 3.
Meal 3. It's a packed lunch. Midday food bag.
There we go. Dylan's on the same wavelength.
They call it something to trade for cookies. I'm making a packed lunch for myself. Beef ribs. People talking about barbecue again. There you go. The royal family actually opened the Highland Games. Yeah. There you go. I've never been to a Highland Games.
Have you not?
Well, I've been to the Donald Dinny Day, which was a Highland Games competition, the gathering, but I've not been to an actual Highland Games competition. I would like to.
Yeah, we'll have to go.
Yeah. There we go. This one pops up occasionally, but it's an interesting question. How would you rank the current events in Strongman? Some think the Shore Classic is on the same level as the Arnolds or the Rogue Invitational, but it didn't seem to receive the same amount of focus from the athletes.
No, it's not on the same level.
I would say it's the next one down. I would say Worlds, Arnolds and Rogue, Shore Classic, and then Giants live shows.
Do you know what? It depends. Some athletes treat some comps more important than others.
Yeah.
So, for instance, Europe's Strongest Man is a massive title to a lot of the Europeans.
Yeah.
So, someone like Alexei or some of the other guys from Europe might put Europe's above the Shore Classic.
Alexei treats every competition the same.
I know. But I think it's sort of on that kind of level at the moment.
Yeah.
I think it has potential to go up to like the Arnold's kind of
Rogue,
level.
Yeah.
At the moment, nothing comes close to Worlds. In terms of the athletes taking it seriously and die-hard fans, we all love those big, heavy comps and stuff. But when you are talking a competition that gets the most attention, World's Strongest Man is by far ahead of everything else.
Yeah, it's the most important for the athletes in terms of sponsorship and everything else as well. They're placing at Worlds. So
if you win World's Strongest Man, you can get so many sponsorship deals and stuff like that. If you win the Shore Classic, Brian Shaw might sponsor you.
Yeah.
But none of the big companies are looking at that. They're not even looking at the Rogue or the Arnolds.
No, they're not.
The Rogue and the Arnolds just have much better prize money currently than the Shore Classic. But every year, Brian's made it bigger and better. And I think if he keeps pushing it, it'll be a great competition to do.
Yeah. Oh, Rao, no. I mean, you can show people live from competition. But I don't actually know if we're allowed to do that, Rao, to set up our own live stream.
We will definitely have action. But
you will be live in some capacity.
Liz will find out what she can and can't. bring to you guys.
Yeah, because I don't want to upset anyone. Monica, yes, it was at the Rogue Invitational. You met her last year.
Yeah, she was lovely.
Yeah. Evening, guys. Fred, thank you so much for the super chat suggestion. Members live stream at one of the events like OSG. Oh man, it's just I don't know how I would practically be able to
the problem
set
is
it up.
OSG as well. They have their own stream.
Oh yeah,
so we can't steal their stream.
No,
it's
true.
you know, we'd get in trouble.
Yeah.
So it just can't be done. That's the issue with these things.
Yeah.
You know, it'd be great if we could set it up because obviously, you know, if you guys came and watched it, it would be advantageous for us. But you can't just steal someone's content.
Yeah.
So things like that just can't be done. But OSG do have a live stream. I'll be doing the commentating on it.
Yeah.
And if you guys want to watch it, head over to I think it would probably be
officialstrongman.com.
Official Strongman, or will Giants Live do it on as well?
I don't think. No.
So it's just officialstrongman.com.
So. Yeah, it's just Official Strongman for that.
Okay, but once we know the details, we will make sure you guys know where you can watch OSG because we talked to Lynn, who's the main sort of organizer of it. And as we get closer, we'll build up the hype towards OSG this year because OSG is going to be damn good this year.
Yeah, it will. And like last year, Lynn was really cool with me just recording and uploading everything. He was like, yeah, the more eyes on it, the better. Just do it.
We will have like more like shorter clips that people can see.
Yeah,
and then like the live stream is
huge...
where people will pay to go and sort of watch the whole thing.
There we go. Brian, thank you for the super chat, Brian. Uncle Loz, are you still doing a video on supplements in Strongman?
I will do, yes. I think it's important. It's getting more and more important. The more stuff I see is starting to annoy me. It's just how I go about it without affecting my own sponsorship deals and stuff like that. But yeah, I see a lot of stuff that really annoys me. And I think people need to understand how to do these type of things.
Yes. Yes.
Maybe a members only video.
Yes. I could get on board with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There we go. If we can get
members only, I don't care what you do on there. It's just you and your mates having a chat.
Yeah.
That wasn't a public video. Don't know what you're talking about. Live alligator overhead press adds a new element.
That would be interesting.
Yeah. Oh, hi Toby.
Hey Toby, another one of mine.
Another one of yours. There you go.
Been doing very well.
What's this in reference to? Nobody managed to finish it, but I did. New Loz catchphrase. What did you finish?
The squat.
Oh yeah.
Naturally.
Okay.
Got your wife under a yoke today. There we go.
Got my
Sean.
wife under a yoke today. Good strongman day. Well done, Sean. Thank you for the super chat.
Have you ever done a yoke? No, I definitely have.
I've done farmer's walk, but do you remember there was an incident? The farmer thingy grabbed my leggings and almost ripped them off me completely.
There we go. Rauno says Giants Live is more important than Brian's comp. And to be fair, Giants Live is a qualifier for World's Strongest Man. So in that respect, he's right. You know, if you want to get to the biggest show, you have to go through Giants Live.
Rauno's always got something to say. People talking about which competitions they're going to be going to this year. Do you know what? It's really nice that people have made friends in our lives. Because Catherine and Nicola were going to meet up. I think there was an issue because of train strikes and Catherine couldn't get there.
People meet through our channel. That's pretty cool.
It is cool. It's nice because we always wanted it to have like a community feel to it. There's always obviously the occasional, pleb who tries to rock things. But as a whole, it's really friendly and really nice. It's nice to see. Anything Wuss can do, Rogue can do better. Oh, fight and talk there from Nolan. We don't know anything more about Wuss, do we?
Not at the moment. Hopefully we will talk to Don
soon, yeah.
And see what he's got planned.
Yeah, definitely.
Because they could put on another big show for the strongmen are getting more opportunities. And I think that's great.
Yeah.
Eddie Hall loves his tank. He does. And there is a chance next year. Remember we were talking to Ant that they could do a tank pull.
At the Arnolds next year. Yeah.
I said, make sure you test it.
Yeah, because that could be disastrous if no one moves it. He put up a video today. I haven't seen it, but it was on my suggestions. He took his tank to a car wash.
He's nuts.
Oh dear. We've got a new member there, and Simon, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you to everyone that has become a member.
There we go. A bit of love for Monica there for keeping us all updated from events. Monica is so committed, to be fair to her. She was at Worlds, like texting.
Monica is awesome.
You, wasn't she? She's great. We all love Monica. Fred,
Proper
thank you so much
Strongman
for
fan.
Super chat. Sorry, I said that wrong. A members live chat at Arnold's. Then Liz can show Monica and me at karaoke. Oh my God, I do not do karaoke.
We need to get Liz doing karaoke.
Why would I do that? When the other day I was like, look, Lozzie, they all think I'm a good singer. And he goes, you're average at best. He's very jealous.
I'm not jealous. I'm not jealous.
Very jealous.
No.
What a terrible thing to say to your wife.
Terrible thing to say to your husband.
What did I say? Oh, I'd love a talking strongman with Jan Todd.
Yes.
Oh, is that Jan Todd or Jenny Todd? It says Jen Todd.
It does.
I'm guessing Jan.
I'm guessing Jan.
I would love Jan as well. We will get Jan. We will pin her down. Jan doesn't do many interviews. She's very elusive. No, she's not elusive, but
we're hoping to go and see her properly when we go over to Texas.
Yes, because we're going to hopefully visit the Stark Center if we can squeeze it into the visit. So we'll try and butter her up beforehand. She sometimes watches our channel actually, and she pops up occasionally on Instagram as well. So Jan, if you're watching, the people want you. Yeah, this is a good one. Loz, I saw that Eddie Hall has every medical type recovery machine and appliance known to man. Did you use things like this for your recovery?
Not to the level of Eddie, no. He really took it to crazy extremes. I was more focused on getting the basics right. So making sure food, sleep, and hydration are sorted. That should be your key for most people. Then I started to incorporate the use of physio and chiropractic treatment. I got chiropractic treatment weekly when I was sort of into my sort of pro level. That was very beneficial. I kind of played around with ice therapy and stuff like that. I just figured it wasn't for me. There isn't enough evidence behind it. I do like it for mental toughness. Just being able to put yourself like in that situation. I actually think it's quite good as well if you're competing in hot conditions and you just kind of do a brutal event just to bring that body temperature down.
Yeah.
But in terms of recovery, I'm not sort of sold on it. I did have not a concept too. What was it called?
I know what you mean. That Popsy thing.
Well,
yeah.
My brain's
Compex.
Compex, yes.
Yeah, there you go.
Compex I used to use to help recover. Sometimes I still use it after a brutal arm wrestling session. That helps me with recovery. But honestly, you don't need to look at what the pros are doing. You need to focus on the basics. And then if you do get to that level of, your pro level, then you can maybe start looking at the hyperbaric chamber treatments and stuff like that. But look at someone like Mitch Hooper. Mitch Hooper just gets the basics right. Food, sleep, hydration. Those things are key. And that's talking 99% of your recovery is going to come from that. Everything else is tiny fractions that, yes, they do make a little bit of difference at that extreme level. But you need to get to that high level first before you even worry about that. I see guys that are complete beginners asking me about hyperbaric chamber treatments, asking about kind of, ridiculously expensive things that they could be doing, yet they can't get their nutrition right and they can't sleep properly and stuff like that. So if you can't do the absolute basics right, don't worry about those little things that make no difference whatsoever.
But we want to be able to get away with not doing the other things right because we have the gadgets. That's me.
It's so many people as well. The thing with guys like Eddie, he did everything right. Zadrunas, Thor, they do the basics so well for so long, and then eventually they get to that level where it's okay, I'm going to try and push a little bit more. What can I do that's that 1% extra? But they don't neglect those basics. No. It's really important to get those right.
Erebus, well, I've mapped out the best barbecue places in Austin. There we go. So we'll all know how to eat if you could send that map through.
So my diet is going to go on a pause.
Barbecue's fine, Lozzie. It's protein. I'm sure it'll be fine.
Yeah, I'm not so sure Lindsay will agree with that.
Yeah, we've been to America before as well. So, Tom, thank you for the super chat. Watch Giants Live Ukraine from a few years back today. Big Loz second, a great performance, beaten only by Poundstone.
And I should have beaten him. I burnt out towards the end of the competition.
You cramp him on that one. Yeah, used to suffer a lot with cramps, didn't you?
Yeah. I wasn't focusing on my hydration enough.
There you go. Wasn't getting the basics right.
I wasn't.
Which brings us back to the other thing that you were saying. There you go. What is this? An evening with Loz and Liz at the Hilton in Swindon. Are you talking about like an audience with? Otherwise, that sounds pretty dodgy. And ticket prices are going to be through the roof, if I'm honest.
One night only. $1
million. Oh dear. Maybe you should have suggested a different venue. Oh, I'm blushing. God, Loz and Liz singing "I've Got You, Babe" by Sonny and Cher.
I think Kilish was telling me when we were in Estonia, he's still got a video of me singing karaoke from Worlds.
I've still got a video of you singing with Janasha. Were you singing with Janasha?
I was singing with anyone. I was so drunk, I was singing with everyone.
You were singing "Hero" by Enrique Iglesias.
I was singing all sorts of songs.
Out of tune.
Jealous.
Yeah, to be fair, I would like to sing with Janasha. Nicole, thank you for the super chat. Based on the recent video, Auntie Liz, you'll definitely outsing Uncle Loz.
Oh yeah, there's no doubt about that.
There's two things I can do better than Loz: sing and ice skate. Oh, and cook, obviously, and clean. So.
4 things.
4 things.
And edit 5 things.
Oh yes.
I don't know what you're worried about.
And film.
Yeah.
Yeah. 6 things. There you go. 6 things. Thank you, dear. Thank you. Yes. This has been a great boost for me this evening on an otherwise dull Sunday.
What are we looking at?
I don't know. I'm still put off by that evening at the Hilton with Liz and Loz.
It needs to. Someone said talking of supplements just for men needs to be on the way. Look at it.
No, you should leave it, Lozzie. No, you should leave it. No, if you do it, you need to remember that dark brown isn't dark brown. It's actually black. And you know what?
It was light brown I used as well. It wasn't even dark brown.
Just dab it on.
Dab it on.
Tap it on. And no, seriously, because otherwise it's like really severe.
Oh.
You need to tap it on, but just a little bit of salt and pepper. It's nice. You need to just get over the fact that you're getting old. Oh dear.
I need to find myself a younger woman.
They won't have you. No. Oh, who's the biggest drinker in Strongman? That would be the organisers.
I've never seen anyone be able to drink like Marcel.
Marcel of the Strongman
and Colin Bryce tried once.
And failed miserably. And Colin Bryce.
Colin can drink.
He can drink as well, yeah, but Marcel
is the king in that department.
The Russians, a lot of the Eastern Europeans can drink quite a lot, to be fair.
Yeah. They can.
Yeah. Just trying to think who else. Yeah. Someone who never drinks at all, Zadrunas.
Yeah, Zadrunas doesn't drink at all.
Never once seen him drink alcohol. Nope. Not even after winning Worlds. 2 orange juices.
Yeah. Do you remember? We were like, oh, we'll get you a drink, Zadrunas. I have 2 orange juice.
He accepted an additional orange juice. Oh, well, there you go. He's happy. Fred, thank you for the super chat. I have to be nice. Liz, look back at Monica and me chatting. Oh, okay. I promise I will go back and read what you guys are talking about at some point. I can't scroll back on here because it starts jumping around and going crazy. Loz can cook some rice.
I can cook a real good bag of microwavable rice. And I can cut a bagel well in my hand without cutting my hand. Yeah. Can't shave my head though.
No. Bless you. Oh,
Monica likes the salt and pepper.
Janice's biggest deed.
Janice is the biggest.
He can, but he doesn't hold it well though. Yeah. If we're talking about someone who can hold their bit, but he can drink a lot. Jesus Christ,
I had to slow down.
How many bottles did you buy around? He bought something like 25 bottles of each type of spirit for his party. And these are like litre-sized bottles. We unloaded it with him from from the trailer.
He bought loads.
But they were just bringing it to the table, bottle after bottle, and just doing it in shots constantly. We were all like pretending to do shots by a certain point, weren't we? Like hiding there.
I was so drunk. I mean, you saw how drunk I was trying to play with that firework.
Yeah. I didn't get drunk.
You knew you had to be sensible. With me and Rauno around.
What?
And a big firework.
And the big fight. Wow, yeah. Rauno wasn't drunk either, though.
No, Rauno was pretty sober. To be honest.
Because he knew he had to fly the drone to film his firework.
And he had to take us to the airport the next day as well.
Yeah. Well, no, he didn't take us to the airport. To the bus station. Yeah. He would have had we flown a day later, but yeah.
You messed up the booking, didn't you?
I didn't mess up the booking. We had an important meeting the following day.
We did, yeah.
Stone Age Dinosaur. Thank you for the super chat. Thanks, Liz, for your work. Will there ever be a lunge event for distance carrying, like 100 kilos, long leg advantage?
I really hope not. I really hope not. I'm sorry if someone wants to see that, but I really don't.
I would love to see that. Lunging. Yes.
Lunging.
Lunge.
That's just because you're a perv. Yeah. But thank you very much for the super chat.
Very elegant movement. More so than the duck walk, I would say.
A lunge is very much an assistance movement in my book.
Yeah, it's not an event, is it?
No.
Silver Fox is fine, but slippery slope to white bearded Santa. We won't let it get that far, Pad of the Hut. Don't worry. His beard is in good hands.
Look, I kind of talk about being old in Strongman because I did 20 years of it and I'm battered.
You feel old, yeah.
But I don't feel old. I feel great.
Sorry.
I feel like the youngest I've felt in a long time these last few. Since I've lost weight and stopped doing Strongman, I feel like I've kind of reduced my age. I feel better than I have in years.
I take offense to this comment here from
What?
Tom.
My comment?
No, this comment. Loz, if you were single, your hair would be full, thick, and black as coal. Women and children do that. He was bold when I met him. I would have you know. I
have gone greyer though.
Bold as a coot. Well, yeah, you've aged a lot though, Loz. It's be fair. God, honestly.
Tom's onto something there.
No. Don't stop it, Tom. Fred, I challenge any strongman to a drinking contest. Oof. Fred, I don't think
I'm not gonna try and drink with Fred.
What? No, Fred, don't do it. Honestly, I've seen.
Well, Fred could probably drink me under the table. I can't keep
definitely keep you drinking under the table. Most people can. I probably could.
Well, there you go.
Oh dear.
I'm not even going to try and keep up with Fred.
No, I can drink a 750ml whiskey in an hour. I'd be having my stomach pumped.
That's just crazy.
No for your moose. I'm guessing this is in reference to the Arnold UK.
Moose. No.
Quite you. I'm just bringing balance. It's hard to see past either of them though with these events in this lineup and everything. I think it's going to be a good battle. You're a brave man, Fred. Goodbye, liver. Loz, I forgot that you guys are my kids' ages, so you are not old.
Thank you. I agree. Beard, I don't feel old.
And look, you can just about
see is an epic beard.
A fabulous beard. I think I met you at the Arnolds because you don't forget a beard like that.
In 20 years' time, I'd accept having like an epic Santa type beard, but I just can't accept it right now. I may even get rid of the beard.
Well, we'll see. You'll scare the children. They haven't seen you unbearded for a long time.
Alexa's never seen me.
She's never seen you, no.
I remember my dad had a moustache, and he'd always had a moustache. And he came and picked me up from school once without the moustache, and I didn't know who he was.
No, exactly. It's very unsettling for young children. And you might be really pale under that bit of beard. We don't know. You might. Random question, but did we take Alexa to any comps or Giants Lives when she was little? What do you think is a good age? She went to her first Giants Live competition when she was 3 weeks old. It was Britain's Strongest Man 2018. Yeah. She was absolutely fine. She
we had some little like ear protectors,
ear defenders, that we put that we bought for her just because Neil's a bit loud on the mic. But yeah, she was fine. She slept through the whole thing.
I mean, yeah,
Patricia Hurst rocked her in.
I think now she'd enjoy it. She'd enjoy it more now. Like, obviously she couldn't enjoy it then, but
she's been to a few. She went to Britain's Strongest Man 2018 and she was a baby. Sorry, that was UK's. She went to Summer Mania 2018 as well. She's been to a few competitions, and she was. I think it's more about your baby, to be honest. She was.
But I think he's talking more about enjoying it. Like,
maybe.
Like, I think now she's at an age where she'd enjoy it. Maybe not so much the Giants live shows, because I think the Giants live shows, because they're later and stuff like that, be different. Some of the daytime shows probably a bit more kid friendly.
Yeah.
Whereas I don't really think the Giants live shows are really young child friendly.
No, I don't think so. I think it's too late in the day for them, and it's indoors, it's arena, it's very loud, it's a lot going on, like sensory overload possibly for a young child. But
she loves the gym and coming with me to the gym. And
she loves strongmen, doesn't she?
Yeah, she does. She'll sit and watch strongman with me.
Yeah, she likes having her photos taken with them,
and the strong women as well.
Thinking that she's beaten them in arm wrestling and stuff like that.
She honestly thinks she's capable of anything.
Yeah, she really does. There we go. Yeah. I knew I didn't forget that beard. There we go.
How can you forget that beard? That is epic.
No, I didn't forget. And I forget a lot. Mini convo about drinking. Took my daughter to the Arnolds last year and she enjoyed it. I started taking my nephew to Giants Live at 10. Yeah, I think 10's a good age. Yeah. And, depending on whether or not the child's actually into it, otherwise it's going to be a long night for them, isn't it?
I see sort of 8 to 10-year-olds quite regularly at shows, and they seem to really enjoy it.
Yeah.
So as long as the kids are into it, then they're great.
Question here from Shazad. Thank you. Hey, Uncle Loz and Liz. Did you guys watch the Middle East Strongest Man? Incredible Iranian talent. They beat people like Rongo Keen. Iranian athletes require more opportunities.
I totally agree. The Iranians did incredible at Middle East Strongest Man, and it's such a shame that they're not getting opportunities to compete in some of these big shows.
Because nearly all of them are in the UK or USA, aren't they?
Yeah, I'm really sad for the Iranian talent right now. I've spoken to a few of the Iranian guys. Some of these new guys are strong, like seriously strong, and I want to see them get opportunities. And that's how we're going to find out, how good they are. Rongo is one of those athletes that I put into that bracket of guys that can all beat each other. One day with the right events, Rongo's awesome. In a different competition, he's not so good. I want to see these Iranian guys in lots of, getting the opportunities to really show what they're capable of. Obviously, if that's all they've got, they're going to come in shape.
Yeah.
Someone like Rongo has a lot more opportunities. He was second at the Champions League, I think, a few weeks later. And even for Rongo, getting to the US is a problem. But
not as hard as it is for the Iranians.
No, the Iranian guys are just getting screwed over because they have so many great athletes. And I definitely love to see more Iranians in big shows.
I really hope Worlds... I know we know we're in America next year for it, but I would like to see them move out of America. It's been there every year now since 2019, I think. Yeah, 18 was the Philippines, and since then it's been in America. 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. That would be 5 years in a row.
That's a lot.
It used to be somewhere different all the time. Yeah, some neutral middle ground somewhere would be absolutely perfect. I'd go anywhere, to be honest. I mean, we've been to some dumps, haven't we?
We've been to some lovely places as well.
Been to some lovely places. But I do hope, for the sake of getting more people and the best athletes in, outdoor events are best for kids. They are, and a lot of them, like Glenn's competitions, they often have a bouncy castle, and he has like little strongman, because kids need to burn off some energy. And I think the arena shows they can't really do that.
UK Strongest Man, I think, is actually really good for kids.
Yeah.
I think Glenn's...
We took Lewis when he was...
Strongman show is probably one of the most kid-friendly shows.
Yeah, definitely. And he loved it then, didn't he?
He even sometimes has like a kids' strongman area where they get to try things.
Yeah, very good. Someone's saying there, World's Strongest Man seems to have become less touristy. What do you think about that, and what kind of local produce should be incorporated into what event? Well, it is still ran the same way. It's very much about the tourist board. So you'll see like the, welcome to Sacramento, and it's all about World's Strongest Man and stuff. So they seem to be operating in the same way, and they do sort of incorporate local things.
I just think in terms of as a company, it's been easy for them to focus on America over the last few years. It's been, things have been a lot harder, and they've got good contracts, so that's what they're going with. But as a fan, I'd like to see it move somewhere else.
Yeah. Who are Alexa's favorite strong men and women? Andrea is definitely her favorite strong woman.
Well, she likes Chloe now as well.
She does like Chloe now as well. Who's her favorite strong man?
She said Hixie.
Oh, remember? Yeah, she did. She said Graham Hicks.
Yeah, Graham Hicks is her favourite strongman.
Graham, there you go. You're her favourite. Yeah,
I told Graham that.
Oh, yeah. Was he happy?
I'm sure.
Right.
It's quite. Do you remember Lewis used to
Jerry Pritchett? He was obsessed with Jerry Pritchett. So why? No offense, Jerry. Jerry used to find it really funny as well, didn't he? It's like,
it's funny who kids sort of just
attach themselves to. I thought Jerry was a strange one because he's not the smiley sort of guy, is he? Or a joker.
But maybe that's why Lewis likes him, because Lewis isn't the smiley sort of kid.
That's true. He's a nice boy, but yeah, you're right.
What's this one?
Loz. How would you compare today's strongman to, say, the beginning 2000? So let's see. We had the likes of Yanni Virtanen winning, Sven Carlson.
I think we have a lot more strength in depth right now than in the early 2000s. It's like in anything, sports progress. I think early 2000s weren't the strongest era of strongman. It started to sort of 2003 when Marius started to dominate. He really took things up another level.
Yeah.
The guys now, I think the top guys then would struggle to make the final now.
Yeah. I think
that being said, it's always hard comparing different generations because you just compete to the level that you need to be at. Whereas now, just to make the final, you've got to push yourself so much harder. Whereas back then, the sport was a bit easier because you didn't have guys doing strongman professionally. So a lot of the time, you'd have like this staple of 10 guys that would travel all over and compete in a lot of the shows. And then the rest of the athletes were just filler. They're like, oh, you're quite a strong guy. Come and try strongman. You look like you're strong. Come and try strongman. Whereas now, everyone that gets to World's Strongest Man is a strongman. They're training for strongman. They've been training for strongman for years. They're training on the kit. So the standard is just so much higher in terms of preparedness. I've seen guys that their first comp was World's Strongest Man, going back in the years, back over the years, and they've come from bodybuilding, powerlifting, whatever it might be, and it's just like, you're a strong dude, come and try this because you can represent South Africa or wherever. It's now strongman is a sport that people start and they train for. So specifically, training is a lot more focused on the goal at hand, and consequently, we have so many more better athletes in depth.
World's Strongest Man in Sweden or the like would be awesome, and a really nice change from the summer US event.
They did World's Strongest Man in Sweden once, didn't they?
They did it in Sweden once. They did it in Iceland once. 83? Those are the only cold ones.
83?
83 for Sweden, 92 for Iceland, I think.
Yeah, that's right.
Is it?
Yeah.
It was the first year Jean-Paul won in Sweden, I think. The king has lost his crown, I think.
And they did arm wrestling.
They did arm wrestling as the last
And they did cable toss.
Yeah, maybe.
On the ice, and it kind of slid.
Do you remember they did like a sled push?
Yeah.
Oh, that was ridiculous. They were just like, it was more like they were being dragged in the end. They were just flying down this ice track. Yes, I would love to see it in Sweden. Maybe in the summer months, so it's not covered in snow. But just such like gorgeous countries, and there's a lot of history there, isn't there? Because the Scandinavians used to be all over it. Like in the mid-90s. They were the guys to beat, and then it became quite Eastern European, didn't it? And then it was more American.
It was about America, then it was Iceland, and then Great Britain did well for a little bit, but then it's sort of like the Scandinavian countries dominated for a while. Then it became Eastern Europe.
Yeah. But yeah, I would love to go to Sweden for personal reasons. Oh God. No, sorry.
Why not?
Well, there's a lot of controversy about Qatar
Yeah.
because the World Cup's being held there, I think, and didn't like something terrible happen to a female World Cup official in Qatar, and like now she might be arrested for being the victim of a certain type of crime.
Really?
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah.
So, no. What local produce should be incorporated into the events? Cheese, obviously. Yes.
And you love cheese, don't you?
Me, I didn't type it. That is literally
I can see. Jerry is cool now. That's right.
Yeah, Jerry is a cool guy. Qatar would invest massively and be very welcoming. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, welcome, Daniel. Thank you for becoming
I like
a member.
going all over the place. I really do.
I do too.
I've been lucky enough to travel to so many countries, and everywhere you go, there's assholes and there's nice people. Doesn't matter which part of the world you go to. I'm sort of pretty blasé about it all. I've gone to so many places and I've met lots of people that are just awesome people.
Yeah, no, I know.
I think if people are into the same thing as you, you're going to get on. But yeah, everywhere you go, there's good people and there's idiots.
Idiots. Yeah. Ron Chop saying it's insane how strong Thor is still without training heavy for so long, doing 300 for 3 and it looked easy.
He's a big, strong boy.
It's them sweet genetics, isn't it?
He's built for strength. He really is.
Alex, thank you for the sticker. Unfortunately, we cannot see the sticker through StreamYard, but Lozzie will have a look. There you go. Thank
you, Mr. Longo. He was looking very good on his log training yesterday.
There you go. Another one of Loz's. Question from Alex here. Any update on who is replacing the withdrawals for the team comp, or any updates in general on how the team comp will work? Would love another Talking Strongman with Colin. I think we'll have to arrange that. We know nothing about the team comp, and it's only in November, isn't it? So it will be here before we know it.
We'll probably start finding out stuff when we're up in Scotland.
Yeah, presumably. I guess they're focused on that right now because they had to make a lot of changes to the lineup there after Rogue started sending out invitations. So yeah, but yeah, it's still a mystery to us.
Yeah,
I hope it's a good show.
Yeah, so do I.
Yeah, we've got another member there.
Thank you for becoming a member,
Jean-Paul or Kaz.
For me personally, Kaz. I would have loved to have met Jean-Paul, an amazing character from watching over the years. And did so much for the sport. I just know Kaz personally. I think Kaz got screwed over in terms of not being able to compete for a fair few years in his prime. So for me personally, I think Kaz, but both of them incredible strongmen and two people that did huge things for the sport.
I choose Jean-Paul.
There we go.
I decided to disagree with you.
I know.
Although it's so funny because in doing all these videos that I've done, like you see so much and you remember things. And I'll never forget there was an instance when Jean-Paul went to do a truck pull and the rope snapped and he gets up and he goes, too much power. The same thing in a completely different unrelated competition happened to Kaz. And all you hear is a really long beep, where it's like a string of obscenities.
That's something that's so good about Jean-Paul, his charisma and his attitude towards things.
Yeah.
I'm
really more of a Jean-Paul person.
Yeah, absolutely. I think in terms
you're more of a Kaz.
Am I?
Yeah.
No,
I'm just sworn.
No, I wouldn't. I've done things like that before, and I take things quite lightly.
Yeah,
you're being a bit mean to me tonight, just because I'm teasing you.
I'm the antagonist. It's because you said my singing.
But I tend to be quite laid back. I think.
Yeah.
And I think it helps a lot of the time. I think people get way too stressed and it sort of affects their performance a lot of the time.
Yeah, it's true.
If you can
you looked stressed before, but you weren't really. It was controlled, wasn't it?
Yeah. When I was sort of hitting myself with my stick.
Battering yourself.
That was just psyching myself up.
Yeah. Sort of scuffing your feet.
But you'd see me I'd be like that for a few minutes before an event, but then in between events, I was chilled again.
Yeah, no, you were.
I'm not someone that sort of sat there.
No.
Towel on my head, music blaring, and that's just not me.
Gurning.
I'd rather just have a joke and a laugh about, and then get focused on the event, do it, and then I'm off again.
Definitely. Ron Chopped. Who you got for third place at the Arnolds, Lozs?
Could be anyone. There's a lot of good guys. I think Janasha's looking strong.
I haven't seen any of Janasha's training. I think Paul Smith.
I think I'm going to have to look into properly, and I'll do proper predictions.
It's a hard one to say because it's really heavy, and for some of these guys, we know what they can do at a certain, like Paul Smith's a good example of that. But I haven't seen Paul Smith have to do a 500 kilo yoke or 370 deadlift for reps. I think it's going to be really testing for some of these guys. But like Rano could do well.
I think Rano could do well.
Yeah, like it's heavier competition.
Rano will come down to if he can do the dumbbell or not.
Yeah.
If dumbbell goes well for him, then
he
he'll
needs
score
to get 1 or 2 reps on the dumbbell at least. I think there's going to be a few guys that can't do the dumbbell. Maybe.
Yeah, maybe. Couple. I think the dumbbell is probably one of the lighter events overall in terms of the competition.
It is. Yeah.
I think Rano will win the deadlift. He's going to get big points on that. I think he'll do well.
I think he'll do well on the Atlas stones because it's heavier and that suits him.
Yeah, when it's not so much just a sprint race.
Yeah,
I think he's going to do all right on the carry as well.
Yeah, and I think the fact that it's spaced out over 2 days suits Rano as well. He's less likely to cramp up and tire. So yeah,
but there's depends what kind of shape guys like Jerry and Zadrunas are in.
Yeah,
I don't know. And then some of these new guys, they improve quickly, so it could be an interesting one. Yeah. But I can really only see Mitch and Alexei battling for first.
Oh, there we go. Daniel filling us in on why Qatar's being criticised. They've got slaves building the stadiums for the World Cup. Okay. Slaves. You don't want slaves building our strongman events, do you? There we go.
Alex Lungo was head referee today.
Hopefully whoever wins the team comp has to go against another country next year.
That would be cool. It would be really cool to see different teams.
And, maybe not just countries, maybe continents instead would be a good way to do it. So you could have like UK versus the rest of Europe versus Canada. Is there enough in Canada? Probably.
Yeah, Canada's got some great male and female. So they could put in a solid team. I think versus Lithuania could.
Yeah, possibly. Yeah,
I'm not so sure of the
Ukraine
female
could,
athletes.
maybe.
Ukraine could definitely.
They've got Olga as well on the female side of things.
Ukraine could definitely put a team together.
There you go. In reference to me saying you're more of a cat. Loz, you used to hit yourself. I was very chill. I was very serene. See?
I'm just not going to say anything.
Sort of a question is this, Edgar? How bad would your farts be described as, Big Loz?
They're not that bad.
No, in the world of strongman, it could be worse. Eddie's a vile.
Yeah.
Eddie's always, it was like he was unwell or something. It's like the smell of a sick person. Seriously. Fred, thank you for the super chat. Loved the then and now video.
I'm really glad people are enjoying that video because Liz did put a serious amount of work into it. Yeah. I put some work into it, but Liz put hours. She probably is paid like a slave for the hours she puts into it.
When you consider the hourly rate.
Nicola, go to bed, lovely. Thank you for joining us. As always, we really appreciate all your support.
Yes, thank you. And we'll start.
We're going to wrap up soon anyway. A few more minutes and we'll head off, guys. But yeah, it's been a fun chat as always.
Rano, yes, I will do well.
You will.
Rano, you will.
Rano.
He's got his little helper coming with him as well. His daughter.
Oh, I was going to say, who's his little helper?
Belsack.
Oh, that's awesome. It'd be cool to see you both. And yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing how you do. He's looking strong.
Yeah. Alex saying, do you know what? I haven't seen the training clips Evan's released either.
I've seen a couple of his videos. Apparently
he's looking better.
Yeah, he's looking good. He did some pressing videos that I saw. I was quite impressed with his pressing.
He's sounding more positive.
Yes,
that's the main thing.
That's what we want to see. He took a little bit of a break, and he's an amazing athlete. Evan strongman's a tough sport. A little injury can make a huge difference. Ask Rauno. Rauno's in the chats. Strongman's hard. Really, really hard. And if you are going up against the best guys in the world and you're not at your best, you're going to struggle.
Yeah,
it's as simple as that. And he just needs to take that time, which he seems to do. And Evan is a dangerous athlete. In shape, he's awesome.
I'm looking forward to seeing him at the Rogue Invitational. I'm glad he got the invite.
Yeah, me too.
Stephen, thank you for the super chat. I can't I can't believe how good Hooper is. It seems, or maybe can't. It seems a year ago no one had heard of him. Now he's a big name. Awesome to see his progress. Seeing him live at the Shore Classic was really cool. Must be his coach.
It's nothing to do with his coach. I'll take a little bit of credit, but he's a great athlete. Very, very good natural athlete that can do anything. You know, he can run, he can jump, he can, you know, lift things. He's just a very good all-round natural athlete. He's just one of those guys that'd be good whatever he did.
Yeah, definitely.
And now with more experience, I'm kind of giving him little sort of nuggets of wisdom that are trying to help along the way. And yeah, I think as long as he's sensible, as long as he avoids injuries. So one thing with him, he loves to train all the time. And I'm trying to sort of just stop him doing anything silly because he's still young and we need to just make sure we look after his body as much as possible. We chat all the time. You know, if he's not feeling 100%, we'll back off. You know, we always talk about getting to the show is the most important thing. But he's a brilliant person to work with. He's very, very, very knowledgeable himself in terms of training. He's also a well-rounded person, which I think helps a lot. I think too many
really
guys
balanced.
Obsess about strongman. And it stresses them out, whereas he's got his business that he focuses on. He's got his family and stuff like that. And then he's got his time in the gym that is an escape from all that.
Yeah.
And that's a perfect way to do it because he trains hard, works hard, but then he's not stressing about strongman the rest of the time.
He's not obsessed with it, which is much healthier.
And he's fun to work with. He's a good guy.
We've got Shane Flowers in the comments. Shane, recently married. Congratulations to Shane. Yes. Everyone pass on your congrats. They look very beautiful on their wedding day.
They did.
There we go. Yeah, so someone was just asking there about will Belsac come back, and Bron Chocolate's answered it for us. And Belsac, no. He won Slovenia's Strongest Man a couple of months ago, but
what Belsac has said is he's not going to try and be like a pro again and make a living from strongman. Yeah. If he gets an opportunity to do like a Giants Live or something, he still may do it.
Yeah.
But he's not trying to just focus solely on strongman to make his living.
Yeah. Okay, should we start wrapping up now then? Because we've got to make packed lunches and
lots of congratulations for Shane there as well, which is nice.
Do some brown bagging or whatever they call it.
Yeah.
But thank you
everyone. Guys, I hope you have an amazing week as always.
Not long now until the Arnolds, but yes, we will find out what can we show you guys, and if we're not allowed to show it because someone else is, where can they find that?
Yeah, we'll make sure you guys know. Yeah. Take it easy. We'll speak to you soon.
Do the smile and the wave. Everyone smile and wave back.